What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Tyr. Yes, indeed. How about that? Tyr making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from MAT, and this is actually MAT's prioritized request for the month of January for being a Silver Tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, MAT. Hope you enjoy the show, man. MAT wanted to see me react to this. It is Tyr with a song called Evening Star. Now, have I heard the song before? Maybe. There's no mention of this in the request. There's no notes here in regards to this, but there is a Judas Priest song called Evening Star. I know that song. I'm very familiar with that song. And maybe Tyr is covering that song. Now, if that's the case, then yeah, I've heard it before. But I'm gonna because Evening Star is a very, I wouldn't say unknown song, but it's not a song that people typically know. Like if you ask anybody, list 10 Judas Priest songs, nobody is gonna put Evening Star on that list. I guarantee you. It's a relatively unknown song. So I doubt they're covering it, but there's always a possibility. So I'm gonna assume that it's not a song I've heard before. So we're gonna go into this with the attitude of we're gonna do a reaction. Now, if I start to hear the song and I recognize it, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Tyr, oh, no surprise there. And the video has 123,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Tyr, Evening Star. Man, if this is a Judas Priest cover of Evening Star, I am probably gonna lose my mind because nobody really knows that song. I like that song personally, I do. 504. The original Judas Priest song was I think it's about 4.5, 440, something like that. So it's possible. It's possible. I guess we're going to have to find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I don't think so. I think this is...
Days are long and nights are cold. The rivers run.
I think this is original.
I'm swept away in down distant paths. The road goes on from the halls of the free to the tower of torment where stars so far
Man, it got big right there. I think that was the chorus we just heard. It got really big, really full. I like that. I like that contrast to the verse, which was very stripped down, just, you know, bare bones essentials. And then here comes the chorus with all these extra voices, all these extra instrumentation, all the extra vocals, the drummer taking off with that. Good Lord, what was that? Like 12 in a measure. What would that be? Not sextuplets. What would that be? I don't even know. I know a lot of theory, guys, but I mean, I don't think I've ever faced this before where it'd be okay, so 3 per beat would be triplets. 6 per beat would be sextuplets. What would 12 per beat be? That's 12. That's 12 per beat. What would that be? Holy cow, I don't even know. But the drummer is killing it. Absolutely killing it. I'm gonna have to look online, and I don't know the answer to that. That's a piece of theory that I don't know. I get to learn something new today. I love that. I love the fact that I get to learn something new. But I love the growth. I love that clear break between verse and chorus. And it wasn't like it gradually swelled. No, it went from here to here, right in line with each other. Wow. Very effective. Very, very effective. Let's keep going. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, wait. Wait, is there something in the middle though? Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay. So they're switching. If that's straight time, if they're doing 6/8 at that straight time, at that tempo, then that would be double time. Not double time feel, but actual double time. That was then create the sextuplet. Okay. 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 That makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Okay. So regular tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they switch gears and they actually shift not to a double time feel, but to actual double time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes way more sense. Now we have the sextuplets. Okay. Okay. I didn't catch it on the first time through the chorus. I didn't catch that double time. That's why. Okay. All right. Makes way more sense now. And it feels, in my head, it sounds and feels way more congruent and conducive to the song as a whole. Okay. Okay. Ha! Feels better already. All right, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Yep. Fixed up. Okay. And when I switch to the double time feel, it goes double speed. It makes way more sense. I'm sitting there trying to overcomplicate things. Okay. Okay. Now that I figured out that they actually switched to double time, that makes everything a lot clearer. Okay, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Tyr with Evening Star. This was a request from MAT. And this was actually MAT's prioritized request for the month of January for being a Silver Tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, MAT. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Oh, boy. I have the score. It makes perfect sense to me, and I promise I will explain everything. I'm just going to do my best to keep it as short as I can, but folks, I don't see this being a short review. I just don't. I'm going to try, but no promises. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.2. Yep, 8.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.2, what does that mean? Well, an 8.2 would translate to a great scale rating, so overall, I think this was a great song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.2, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Ha ha! So glad you asked. Okay, I'm just going to get this out of the way. I think it might make more sense if I get this out of the way. The whole play with feel and play with actual time. And play with tempo. I got fooled. And now, here's the thing. The reason I got fooled is I fooled myself. I overcomplicated things. The answer was right in front of my face. It really was. And when they switched that double time, I didn't catch it on the first time through in the chorus. And that's my fault. But I didn't catch it. And as a result, I thought it was more complicated than it actually was.
You fool!
Here's how it broke down. You had your straight time, a nice slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you had that triplet feel going the whole time, right? Then when they switched to the double time, first of all, they actually switched to double time. It was not a double time feel change. And the reason I'm saying that is because when they did switch to double time, they had that bass, the double kick going at a double time feel of that double time, which would have made it a quadruple time. And that's why I was getting confused. I'm sitting here going, it's not sextuplets, it's double that. I personally have never dealt with that before. I've dealt with triplets lots of times. I've dealt with sextuplets number of times. I have never, to the best of my knowledge, ever dealt with anything higher than sextuplets. So from triplets to sextuplets, you double sextuplets, what would that be? I don't even know. I'm not even sure. I'm gonna have to look that up and see if that even exists. But to the best of my knowledge, I've never played that before. I've never had to deal with it before, so I don't even know what it would be called. But that's what I was hearing. And I'm like, that can't be right. And then on the second time through the chorus, I heard an actual shift to double time. I was like, oh, that makes way more sense. Because from that double time, the actual double time, now you can have that double time feel. That makes way more sense. Okay, yes. That makes way more sense now. Okay. Once that happened, I was like, the cloud parted, the haze lifted, and the angels sang amen, and everything made perfect sense. So I was like, okay, it's actually pretty easy. Me personally, I was overcomplicating it. So it's not super impressive, but it is kind of impressive that they did manage to fool me. That is kind of impressive. So there's that. The chordal progression, I think, is what did this for me more than anything else. They were doing some really interesting movements. Just when you thought it was going to resolve, nope, we're going to go to the 6 instead. And I'm like, whoa. You know, it would go, progress from the root up and then back down and then up a little bit more, and then they go to the 5, right? And I thought from the 5 they were going to end their run and resolve back to the 1. No, they went to the 6 and started a brand new run. Interesting. I like it. And the thing is, it never felt long. I think that's what really impressed me about this song more than anything else. The song, I didn't mention it, it was a 5-minute long song. This did not feel like 5 minutes. This felt like about 3. This song flew by. And a lot of that had to do with the chordal progression and the movement. The voicings, the addition of voicings in the chorus to make the chorus far more grandioso. And when I'm talking about voicings, I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about vocals and I'm talking about instrumentation as well. It got bigger. It got fuller. It didn't necessarily, it did get louder by default, yes, but we're not just talking about an increase in volume. It wasn't like the original 4 or 5 voices that we had in the verses all of a sudden just got louder. No, it was an addition of voices. Additional instrumentation, and additional vocals parts as well to give it a much fuller sound. Yes, louder as well. That just happens. Now that was really nicely done, and I love the fact that they very clearly separated. Here is the verse, here is the chorus, because they had those additional voices. There was no guesswork in this. There was none when it came to where are we in the song. They kind of made it idiot-proof. I mean, that part was easy. It was the counting part that was throwing me off. No, this was a great song. Great song. Vocals sounded great. I had no issue with anything the vocals were doing. The instrumentation sounded really good. The chordal progression was not overly complicated. It wasn't like they were going into some crazy weird. No. Everything lined up. Everything made sense. There were some unexpected twists and turns. But once they happened, it made sense. I was like, oh yeah, that actually sounds good. I like that. So it was a nice surprise, yes, but I'm not going to sit here and say I was blown away by it because I've heard a lot of bands do that stuff. So, but they did it well. They absolutely did it well. So yeah, 8.2. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.2, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then, by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.